Hi everyone, today we're going to be finding the constant term in the expansion of 1 over 2x cubed plus x to the power of 20. We will be using the binomial expansion formula of NCR a to the power of n minus r times by b to the r, where n is 20 and r we are trying to find. Term a will be written as 2 to the minus 1 x to the minus 3. I'm just rewriting it as like I'm getting rid of the fraction, and then b is equal to x. Keeping that in mind, we are going to begin with substituting these values into the formula. So we're going to take 20 CR times by our value a, 2 to the minus 1 x to the minus 3 to the power of 20 minus r times by our value b, x to the r. Now what we're going to do is we are going to separate these two terms here so that we have our x values individually. So we're going to have 20 choose r times by 2 to the minus 1 times 20 is minus 20, and r minus 1 times r is just r plus r. Now for x we are going to have minus 3 times 20, which is minus 60, and minus 3 times minus r, which just becomes plus 3r, and then we have our x value here, and it should become x to the r. Now we're going to simplify it by multiplying these terms together. Remember, when you multiply it, you have to add the two r's together instead of multiplying. So we're going to have 20 CR times by 2 to the minus 20 plus r times by x to the minus 60 plus 4r. Now we're going to take this term, and since we are trying to find the constant, we are going to make it equal to x to the power of 0. And I'll show you what I mean by down below. X to the minus 60 plus 4r is equal to x to the power of 0. This is because we are trying to find the constant, and the constant term is x to the power of 0, which is just like a integer. So now what we do is minus 60 is equal to, actually no, I'm going to make this minus 60 plus 4r is equal to 0. I've just cancelled out the x's here, as you can see, and I'm going to take this 60 to the other side, and I'm going to get 4r is equal to 60, and therefore r is equal to 15. But we are not done here. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to substitute r equals 15 back into this equation. So what we're going to do is we are going to do 20 choose 15, which is my r value, times by 2 to the minus 20 plus 15, and then x we already know, minus 60 plus 60 is just 0, so that just becomes 1 and cancels itself out. So which is equal to 20 choose 15 times by 2 to the minus 5, and then we get 20 choose 15 on our calculator is 15,504 times by 2 to the minus 5, which gives us which is equal to 484.5, or as a fraction 969 over 2. And there you have it. That's your constant that's your constant term in the expansion of this this equation.